What is up, guys? Geeks of the West here, and I found this interesting article titled EA Games Publishers Pushing PS4 Remasters Have Run Out of Ideas. Whoa, fucking mind blowing, right? Well, let's read a little bit of the article. Outspoken EA Games Executive Peter Moorre believes publishers pushing PlayStation 4 remasters have run out of ideas. He also claims his company is more interested with moving forward rather than looking backwards. Um, yes and no. I'll speculate on that later. We're a company that just likes to push forward, he boasted. For a lot of companies, remakes are a way to drive revenue. It's sub cost, it's there, you can remaster, and that's great. We don't do that here. I don't think that's ever been our culture. Well, okay, look, the game I'm playing, Madden 25, for the most part, every sequel just feels like a remaster. But of course, that's kind of a shallow example due to the fact that, well, what are you really going to do with a football game? Well, you're not going to jump the shark, over mechanics that already worked, that fans actually love. However, they do take out features in the Madden series, like create a team that I really thoroughly enjoyed. And I guess you have, well, I mean, okay, look, you don't have to make a new Madden game every year. You could have a Madden game good for maybe 2 to 3 years, okay, while you're developing the next Madden game. And if you want the new players and the new rosters, you come out with an expansion for the game. So, you create a little bit of revenue for, a little bit of money, and that way you're not coming out with crappy games. Okay, and this article isn't about Madden. I was just using it as an example of when they said that it wasn't their culture to remaster games. But, Madden is a poor example because it's a totally different game than, say, Battlefield. Now, Battlefield, that game, well, okay, there's not a lot that you can do with Battlefield either. In every Battlefield, the story is different, so that's cool. So that's not necessarily a remaster. The story is different. They add in some new gameplay mechanics, the maps, new maps, better graphics for the most part, and really cool maps. Okay, and a lot of the maps on Battlefield 4 I enjoyed because a lot of them were really dynamic. Battlefield 4 was just a great game to play anyway. I played it both on the PS3 and the PS4. I want to get it for my PC. That we should see. Listen, the article does go on to defend certain remasters. For example, Uncharted is one that they do defend because 80% of PlayStation 4 owners haven't played Uncharted. So it would make sense for the company to remaster it on the PlayStation 4. Because let's be honest, a lot of PlayStation 4 users came from the Xbox 360 who never owned a PlayStation 4. Or came from people with a 360 and a PS3 who preferred the Xbox 360. So they didn't really utilize their PlayStation to the full extent, basically. So there is that. Okay, just to get that out of the way. So this article isn't talking about games like The Last of Us or even Uncharted, because The Last of Us, completely understandable of why you would want to remaster, because look, I got fucking Game of the Year. Was it 2013 or 2014? I don't remember. Got fucking Game of the Year on the PlayStation 3. Of course you would bring that shit back. Especially for the fucking Xbox people who never owned a PlayStation 3. You want them to play that game on the PlayStation 4. Because you're like, oh, well, we have a bunch of new fans who never got the chance to play Last of Us, but because it got Game of the Year, they're like, oh, I wish I could play that game, but I'm not going to buy a $300 console I don't want just to play a game. But now, they have the PlayStation 4. So, you know what? Give it to them. Give them The Last of Us to play. Imagine that guy just standing in the retail store, whatever gaming store, whatever store he's at, to buy a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One. So I'm going to pretend to be this guy, okay? And what you're going to hear is this guy thinking, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. I kind of missed out on The Last of Us and the Uncharted series because of the fact that I preferred the 360. And those games seemed really interesting, but I wasn't going to pay $300 just to get those two games because I didn't know if any of the other games were good or not. So, the PlayStation 4. So, not only does it have some cooler, newer looking games, wow, it's going to have The Last of Us, Game of the Year, Uncharted. You know what? Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Some games I haven't played. One of them got Game of the Year, so I know it must be a good game. Do you see how that works? So, I think, if we're being honest, a lot of remasters are, in fact, I don't know, kind of cash grabs. You know what I'm saying? Companies are making it because, look, they know the install base is there. They know there's retards that are just they're gonna buy it regardless. Even if they already played on PS4, they're gonna be like, or the PS3, they're gonna be like, oh my god, new graphics, guys, let's buy this game, new graphics, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Even though I played it before like 50 times over, there's going to be those guys. It's just like the Call of Duty fans. This guy right here, I buy every fucking Call of Duty. Of course, some people are going to say, well, the remasters were pretty cool because blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm guilty of buying some remasters. I bought the Resident Evil 4 remaster, the HD remaster for the PS3. I don't regret it because, look, Resident Evil 4 is my favorite game. So the people whose favorite game it is, they're going to buy it. Not to mention, I wanted to play it on my PlayStation 3 without having to unplug my PlayStation 3 or get out my PlayStation 2 and plug it back in. I still do have my PlayStation 2 because there are games on it that I'm thinking about playing just for this channel and just because I want to play it again because it's a good fucking game that you can't get on the PlayStation 3. And my PlayStation 3 was not backwards compatible. I think it wasn't one of the earlier models, but it was like the third model, the second model that came out. The, like the 80 to 100 gigabyte one, I think. I don't remember. 40 to 80 gigabytes, one of those models. And there's no backwards compatibility. So anyway, that is my take on this article for the most part. I am kind of 50-50 on remasters. If there's a good reason for it, like Uncharted, The Last of Us, and maybe Resident Evil for the PS3, I can understand that. Because, look, there are some games that you want to play on your PS3. You don't want to have to dig for your fucking PS2, plug that shit in, make sure it works with your new flat screen TV. Shit like that. Then I guess it's understandable. And you don't want to have to deal with fucking the disc not reading or something. I guess there's many reasons. And I understand that some companies will be like, alright, might as well, make some money off of this, so why not? But for the companies whose sole intentions are to make money off of the consumer because they know they'll buy this game, that's what I am against. Like Tomb Raider. Fucking, that does not need to be remastered, in my fucking honest opinion. It does not need to be remastered. Anyway, like I said, that's my take on this article. I know I kind of went on a little rant, kind of told a story. I wasn't totally on track, but it's all related into the same thing. And it shares one thing in common. I'm passionate about video games and technology and media. Fuck yeah. Alright guys, have a good one.